friends, welcome. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. I know it's almost over, but I hope it's been great for you. Tonight, I just want to show you how I personally wrap like DIY presents that I've done for people. So I have made earrings. I've been making them for a little while, and then I've put off to the side like ones that I've wanted for my nieces, because I do like to give them things that I made along with their gifts that I buy for them, because for me, I feel like it is just a symbol of how much I love them. Everybody is different to what is their thing that is so valuable to them. Some people, money is very scarce. So buying a gift is a really big deal. For me, I feel like my time is something that's very scarce for me. So for me, when I make a gift for somebody and I'm giving them my time, or, for me doing something for someone, giving them my time, for me, I feel like I'm giving them my most valued commodity that I have. So I always like to give something that I've made along with anything that I buy. I feel like, for me, it means a lot. And I know that it's not that way for everybody, but for me, it means a lot. So anyways, for bad, good, or indifferent, I like to give stuff that I made. So what I'm going to be using, I have this Cricut little cutter that I use. It doesn't have to be a Cricut one. They make all different kinds, or you can use your scissors, of course. And I have heavy cardstock. Okay, it's heavyweight cardstock. I think it's like 110 pounds. And I like to get this in the brown. And I've got a little poker. I've got my heat gun. And I have some pieces of shrink wrap. Okay, so I might not have enough shrink wrap to do everything, because I tend to give it away. Like, I buy a lot of it, but I tend to give it away to people when they need it. So I'm a little short on it right now, and I had used it on some gifts. These are pieces that I had. So basically, if I cut off the tops, I'll save it, or I'll buy one bag and like cut it into pieces so that I have it. So I'm going to do what I can with what I have tonight, and then I'll buy some more tomorrow. But for tonight, we're going to use what we have. All right. So, and then I've got my little jewelry pieces that I want to wrap. All right. So, I'm just going to take my cardstock, and I'm going to make some little cards. You can make these however big you want. I don't like to make them too big. Well, that wasn't very even. And I'll make some more here in a minute. Let me just do the ones that I have first. All right, so then I have this little needle, and then of course I have scissors if I need them. But I take my little needle, and I will poke a hole and poke a hole. I get these at the Dollar Tree. I mean, you could use a regular needle or nail if you wanted to. And then I'm going to put my earring on. So these little loop ones, you kind of need to let them hang off the bottom. So on these ones, you want a little smaller piece. So there's that. Now these, I feel like I may have made them too small. So for ones like this, you can either put a hole in it and put it through, or you can put a slit and put them through the slit, whichever way you want. So we'll do both ways. I say that if I can find my scissors, and we'll just put a slit and a slit. So for this way, you know, you would just stick your little earring down in it. You can make the, you know, the slit deeper, more shallow, however you like it to be. And you can put them on like that. Then, you know, you could always put a little piece of tape on there if you want to keep them in place. Or, again, just the little holes. And then you could just put them down like this. Like this. And I would, you know, I mean, like I'll put a piece of tape on the bottoms of them. All right. So for this one, what I'll do, cut a slit, cut a slit. All right, so I got my little slits. And then I just like to kind of wrap it around. And then I just put those on like that. Now this long one I have, this is just for some little barrettes. I'm gonna put one there and put one there like that. That. And then these aren't supposed to be in with that. So again, I'll just put these on here. So I've got these on, and I'll just put a piece of tape on them. All right, so I've got all my little pieces wrapped up, and you can, of course, you know, write something on there if you want to. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this and cut off a piece like this. And over. Tape it. And I've got my other piece here. Now I don't need to put a lot of tape on here. I really just want to keep it in place for the moment. And then I'll pull this up. Okay. And we'll do these ones. It's funny, this shrink wrap sticks to my little sticky mat, so that's why you see it like pulling. There's that. Now the bigger piece I'm gonna use for my little barrettes here. All right, so I'll do these and then we'll come back to those. All right, so now I have my heat gun. We're just gonna shrink. And there we go. There's that one. And the shrink wrap, I mean, the heat doesn't like tape. That's why I don't like to use a lot of tape. So these guys are shrink wrapped. Oop. These guys are shrink wrapped. These guys are. And the reason why I like to do the shrink wrap is really just because it helps keep them from flying around and banging and breaking. So this particular heat gun, this is the first time I've used it. And I'm noticing it's quite hot. It's this American Craft. Look, you see the steam coming from it? I got it at Joann's. So I thought I would use a separate gun for my epoxy, and then for my other things I need heat with. But I don't know if you can see the heat coming off of that. It's called American Crafts. It's like that brand that does like resin pour, whatever. But that's very hot. I'm glad that I didn't use that on my resin. I would not have wanted to use that on my resin because that's very hot. And it's actually, next time I'll go back to using a blow dryer on my shrink wrap because it's actually really hot for my shrink wrap. But I'm here and we're doing this. So, yeah, I just opened that. And so remember, your shrink wrap holes, I always end up getting a few little holes in them. I mean, because I like my stuff to be tight. But, you know, initially when you're wrapping it, wrap it a little bit loose, though. And there's my necklace done. Yeah, that thing's definitely way hot. Oh, and look, I have enough to do all of these, so that's good. That makes me happy. Yeah, my other heat gun that I got from Amazon is so much better. Like, this thing is really hot. So just know, this thing here, if you see it at Joann's, like, this thing gets hot. Like, I'm just sitting here heat shrinking, and this thing is really hot. So, and it doesn't have settings. Like, I looked to see if I could, like, maybe, you know, turn it down a little bit, and no, not the case. So didn't know that this was going to end up being a review for this heat gun, but just saying. Here, this is sticking to my stuff. Let me use this. Now that I'm on the last one, I'll, you know, think about doing this. It a little bit, make that stick. Now I'll pull this around like this. All right, so I get it, it's a heat gun, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know that I would want to use that on any of my projects, like my resin projects. That is extremely hot. I feel like it would burn my resin. Like, I can't believe how hot it is. All right, so, and I have my little bag. So I'm just going to take and fit my pieces in my little burlap bag. I buy these on Amazon in bulk. So I have a bunch of them, and I have them actually in a bunch of different colors also. Look at that. I think I can fit all of them in one bag, so that's good. And then I'm just going to take my red paper and just kind of put it down in there like this, and pull my bag. And then I'm gonna tie it right here. And all packaged up. And then I'll do the same with my little barrettes. And there's that, all packaged up. And it looks super cute, right? All right, so something that I wanted to just show you in case you're in the middle of gift wrapping and you need to gift wrap some mugs that you don't have a box for. So the reason I want to show this to you, I've had a couple people in the last few days, like multiple friends, call me and ask me how they can wrap mugs. So this is what I like to do. So I take my paper, I take tissue paper, and I just wrap it up around the mug. And sorry, I wrapped this before I knew that I would do a video on this, okay? So I just put it up around it. And then I like to use, like this is a smaller one, but these treat bags, and I get the bigger clear ones, and I'm sorry, I've given all of mine out to friends that needed to wrap some mugs recently, but I use the treat bag, and then I just set my whole mug in it with the paper, and then squanch it together, put my ribbon on it, and my little thing, and this is how it comes out. Super cute. So in case you are needing to wrap a mug, I thought I'd share. All right, hey, listen, I hope that this was helpful to you. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day and a very happy holiday. Bye, friends. See you later.